Hey, what's up? Welcome to Degen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Nano Dimension, ticker symbol NNDM. And so here I am recording this on Sunday evening, December 15th, after Nano Dimension closed on Friday the 13th at a price of $2.27, being down about 5% on the day. And so yeah, I wanted to follow up on this because it was requested right around the time we were topping here. And so, in all honesty, I didn't have time to follow up on it just then. And I wanted to see if we were actually breaking out or if this was a top and we would be pulling back. And as it does look like, we have pulled back some. And so I'm curious, where we might be finding some support, if this is going to actually be breaking out or if this is going to be another dud like it was over here. I believe I put out a video in September and it did not break out. You see this green downtrend that I have drawn there. And so that is based on going back to the high from the beginning of March, March 4th, and then the other pivot point being the high from July 3rd. Take that with a grain of salt. It is an approximate line as we do have some candles going above it. But, in September, I was thinking that we got this nice big candle going up over 11% on the day, breaking out from that green line. But then we pulled back to this red line again at 206. And so we really have been testing right around $2 a share multiple times, hitting the low here on August 9th, $2.04, really coming back up to hold that red line at 206, testing it again over here in September before that big move up, and then we did pull back just before earnings in November here, getting a nice little bounce, and from those lows, being up to about 22.5%, but now that has been reduced to about 11%. And so, yeah, let's see. Before I talk about where I think it could be finding bottom, finding some support, I found it to be pretty intriguing seeing this purple downtrend that is based on the high from February of 2022, and then the other pivot point being the high from July of 2023. So we got those two pivot points there. We did test it over here in March of 2024, getting rejected from there. And it looks like we're almost about to that level, which would be around $2.50 or 60 cents, but we didn't quite make it there. On, let's see, December 9th, we hit a high of $2.50, kind of a psychological level, $2 bills and 2 quarter coins. So, getting rejected from there. And also, I did notice this blue uptrend here based on the low from September 6th, as well as the low from that big green candle day on September 25th. Those two pivot points, we did consolidate above that level. It looks like we formed a bear flag before breaking down, testing those right around $2 lows and getting back up there. And so I think that blue level, that blue trend line being approximate, take it all with a grain of salt. That was some resistance around 250, and being below that purple downtrend, also some resistance there. And then the high from September 27th was $2.60. I think, we got all of these lines kind of crossing in this general area. I think that 260 is going to be a pretty tough level to get above. Really, the range from about 250 up to 260 is going to be tough. And so I think what Nano Dimensions needs to be doing now is finding a bottom, ideally a higher low like we have put in from this low that was hit on November 19th and 18th, both days hitting a low of $2.04, having a close on the 18th at $2.05. But then getting this nice green candle, getting back above that level on the 19th, starting to move higher. And then over here in, December, on December 5th, hit a low of around $2.12. So I feel like, if this is to maintain a bullish thesis, I don't think this should be going any lower than 212. And so with that being said, I'm just going to draw kind of, casual trend line here that I would like to see it holding. And so maybe if price came down to like 224, that would correspond with the low over here, kind of an arbitrary level, but we did have some consolidation below that yellow line, and so maybe that would be acting as support if it came down to it right around 224, or perhaps coming down to 217, although I do think that would be probably breaking below this white uptrend here, but that orange line is going to be based on, let's see, where is that? Based on, where does that originate from? I guess a pivot low from May of 2022. And, it does look like we did bounce from it over here, got some fake out breaks below it, bounce from it over here as well. So maybe that is a notable level. So possible that we do come down to 224 or 217, but we could also do a Fibonacci retracement to get an idea about some of those levels. And so, what stands out to me, we got the 50% retracement right here at 227, the price that we closed at on Friday. So, maybe there's some significance there, but with that big red candle being down over 5% in one day, I think it's probably going to be going lower. So maybe the 618 at around 222, also a fun number, 222. I like that. You do see that it corresponds with the consolidation over here, and that could definitely be coming back to, find some support with that uptrend, and that would be right around the date of Christmas, December 25th. Of course, the market will be closed that day, but, you see it right there. And so I feel like it's unlikely that it would come down to the 786 at around 214 because that is below 217. That would be definitely breaking below this uptrend. And so I would say that 224, 222, or 217 could likely be the bottoms before we start to see some upward moves, and potentially breaking out from this purple downtrend and, also getting to and or above. Actually, if it does break above this purple downtrend, I think it would still, have a little bit of a hard time with 260, but maybe at that point it could, break above that purple downtrend, find resistance here, pull back, and then bounce to break above 260, and then maybe, get up to 275, maybe $3, who knows? But, just like with the last video that I put out right around here, I think that this is a pretty speculative stock. And also, it is based in Israel, so I know there's a lot of stuff going on and in the world. And so I think that could be another, risk factor with this. But, as always, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care.